Hey guys, how you doing? I just want to make a quick update today. I know a couple months ago I made a video where the tree fairy came, so I just wanted to briefly update you guys on where we are. So last visit, the wood fairy cut down this tree over here, and it was pretty much of a mess with like a 30-inch diameter trunk laying on the ground. So I'm happy to say I got this one totally cleaned up. The other trunk I have back here, I didn't cut the trunk, but I got rid of everything else around it. And I also jacked it up and put some wood under it. So whenever I'm ready, I can just start zipping this down into smaller pieces. Because of all the wood, I did end up enlarging my wood storage area. So it's kind of cool. The log is here and the wood storage is right there. And then I flipped my log splitter around. So now when I split wood, the loading part of the splitter is facing the pile. I used to have it the other way around. What I did to move the wood is I basically just noodled the logs into quarters, and the bigger ones I actually noodled into sixths. So they were hand portable, and I just loaded in a wheelbarrow and little by little brought them over here and made this nice pile. And sugar maple dries out pretty quick, so by next winter, this stuff is going to be dry and ready to go. The top of the pile here, this is probably about 5.5 feet tall, and it keeps going. There's a lot of wood. Today, I did have an arborist come by and limb up a sugar maple I have. We're going to start where you can see the imprint of the truck there, and then they had the outriggers set up over here. But what they were doing was this is the biggest and most picturesque sugar maple I have, and I just wanted them to cut that away from the house. So I'm not sure how much of that you're seeing up there, but the arborist said once he got up there was a lot more cracked wood, and he ended up cutting out more wood than he thought he was going to have to. But I'm glad he did, because now when we get a microburst or windstorm of some sort, hopefully those branches aren't going to blow onto my house. And then the other thing he did is on this tree next door, which he also limbed up. We want a little bit more light. But you see there's this crotch. Hello, there's a crotch right there. So if you follow that crotch up, which is basically the size of a medium-sized tree, he did put a wire connecting those two together. So if there's ever a lot of wind, this branch on the right isn't going to come down and hit something. And then I did ask him to just go through these sugar maples on the right here and just limb them up a little bit away from the house. The first pile of wood I have is this one over here, which is just the right size. They're light enough to move. I'll have to cut these bigger ones in half to move them, but they're light enough to move, and they'll split easily with a maul, except the really knotty ones, obviously. And then behind the house, we have all this wood over here, which is more than I thought there was gonna be. I'm glad they came during the winter, because this bed is completely hosta, and in another 3 weeks, the hosta is going to be up. So I need to get out and move this wood. This is all well within the capabilities of a battery-powered saw right here. And this is a lot of wood. The arborist that was here today, he had a top-handle chainsaw, and I think the way he does it is he just has a chain grinder, so he just switches out his chains when they're dull. But I just wanted to show you the chip. It was a top handle steel. I can't tell you the number, but if we look at the chips here, hopefully you're seeing these are some pretty long chips, and this is sugar maple. So he's got that saw dialed in. So just a real quick update there, guys. I'm really happy that I got those trees cut away from the house. I have a video I haven't published yet, but sugar maples, as they get older, they tend to get brittle. So I'm real happy I got those away from the house. I'm just as happy I got a little bit more firewood. And in my mind, I keep doing the math. By burning the wood stove, I save, I'm gonna say about 500 gallons of oil a year. And I'm doing the math saying, okay, at 500 gallons of oil, I don't know, I think the price of home heating oil is like $3.50 or $4 a gallon. I haven't looked in a while. So I'll do the math, and then I'll be like, am I actually paying off the work the arborist is doing by burning the wood? And we know in a rational mind, the time you spend to split wood is basically comes back to like you're working minimum wage or less. It's still fun though, right? And then the other thing I wanted to say is I did film a video about noodling logs, which should be coming out soon. And then there's another one I also made about cutting firewood. So there should be a couple videos coming out there. And anybody who watches the channel for the landscaping content, I also have another video coming soon. Trying to get back into the flow of things, keep moving forward, and thanks a lot for your support, guys. Take it easy and have a great day. We'll see you soon.